The moment Ryan unlocked the front door without knocking, I knew my marriage was already over. Not because my husband saw him, because he didn't hesitate. He walked inside like he'd done it 100 times. My husband was sitting in the living room, waiting. People think affairs end because someone gets caught kissing, or because of a text message, or a hotel receipt. Mine ended because one man knew exactly which key worked and forgot whose house it actually was. The neighborhood block party happened every September. Our street closed to traffic. Kids rode bicycles between tables, neighbors grilled hamburgers, music drifted from portable speakers. Every driveway became another little gathering. Noah loved it. He knew everyone, remembered birthdays, helped organize the event every year. Everyone thought we had the perfect marriage. Sometimes, I believed it too. Ryan worked with me. At least that's how everyone knew him. Project manager. Funny, reliable. The kind of person who made every meeting feel shorter. Our affair started with late lunches, then working late, and then weekends when Noah thought I was traveling for conferences. 15 months later, Ryan had become part of a life that was never supposed to exist. Several afternoons a week, Ryan came to the house, only when Noah was at work. Coffee, lunch, sometimes just an hour together before heading back to the office. Eventually, I gave him a spare key. "It'll be easier," I told him. No more waiting outside. No more awkward text messages saying I'd be home in 5 minutes. Looking back, that little key unlocked much more than my front door. The block party started just after noon. People wandered freely between houses. Nobody locked their doors. Neighbors borrowed folding chairs. Kids ran in and out grabbing drinks. It felt safe, comfortable, normal. Around 3 o'clock, Noah kissed my forehead. "I'm going to grab another bag of ice. I'll be back in 10. I smiled, watched him walk toward the corner store. Then I texted Ryan. "House is empty." He replied almost immediately. "Be there in 5. I should have known something was wrong. Noah never forgot anything. Not once. Not ever. 4 minutes later, Ryan walked up the driveway. He smiled when he saw me standing near the grill. I subtly nodded toward the house. Nobody noticed. Or so I thought. Ryan reached into his pocket, pulled out the spare key, unlocked the front door, opened it, walked inside. Without knocking, without texting, without calling my name, like he'd done dozens of times before. Then, everything went silent. I heard Noah's voice. "You're early." My heart stopped. Ryan froze. The backyard noise suddenly felt miles away. Children laughed. Someone started another game of cornhole. Music kept playing. Inside the house, time stopped. I rushed toward the front door. By the time I reached the living room, both men were standing there. Noah sat calmly in his favorite chair, holding a glass of iced tea, watching Ryan. Ryan still held the key in his hand. Nobody spoke. Finally, Noah smiled. I was wondering who this belonged to. He held up another key. My stomach dropped. Ryan frowned. "What?" Noah tossed the second key onto the coffee table. It landed beside Ryan's. Identical, except one had a small blue keychain. Mine, the other had a red one. Ryan's. "I found yours under the couch last month," Noah said. Silence. I almost gave it back to Claire. He looked at me. Then I realized I didn't know why she had two. Every ounce of blood drained from my face. "When did you find out?" I whispered. Noah didn't hesitate. "The day he locked himself out." I stared at him. Ryan did too. Noah nodded. He called Claire. Pause. She left work immediately. Another pause. But she told me she'd be in meetings all afternoon. I remembered. Ryan had accidentally left his key inside the house. I'd rushed over, thinking Noah would never know. Apparently, he remembered every excuse. I kept the key, Noah continued. I wanted to know whether he'd come back for it. Ryan slowly looked down at the key still sitting in his hand. I guess I have my answer. The room felt impossibly quiet. Outside, someone shouted that the burgers were ready. A dog barked. Children laughed. Life continued. Inside, ours ended. Ryan finally spoke. I'm sorry. Noah nodded politely. I believe you. Another pause. But you're apologizing to the wrong person. Ryan looked toward me, then back at Noah. He seemed unable to decide where to stand. Finally. He quietly placed the spare key on the coffee table. I'll go. Noah smiled. I think that's best. Ryan walked past me. Didn't touch me. Didn't say goodbye. Didn't even look back. The front door closed softly behind him. For several minutes, neither Noah nor I moved. Then he reached into the drawer beside the couch, pulled out a large envelope, divorce papers, already signed, already dated, already waiting. I looked at them through blurred eyes. Finally, I asked, why didn't you confront me? Noah leaned back in his chair. Because keys tell the truth. I frowned. What does that mean? He picked up Ryan's key one last time, turned it slowly between his fingers. People don't hand out spare keys by accident. They give them to the people they expect to come home. The sentence shattered something inside me. He placed the key beside the divorce papers. I realized months ago. Another man had easier access to my home than I did. He stood, walked toward the front door, opened it. Before leaving, he looked back one final time. I wasn't waiting to catch you. A long silence. I was waiting to see who walked in like they already belonged here. Then he stepped outside, joined the block party, shook hands with neighbors, laughed at someone's joke, helped flip burgers. No one outside had any idea that a marriage had ended only a few feet away. I still think about that spare key, not because it opened my front door, not because it exposed my affair, not even because Ryan left it behind. The worst part was realizing that homes aren't built with walls or locks. They're built with trust. And the day my affair partner opened the front door without knocking, he wasn't acting like a guest. He was acting like someone who believed he lived there. And in that single, thoughtless moment, my husband realized he no longer did.